Hello everyone. In this lecture we will discuss Henry's law, Unit 2 Solutions, Class 12 Chemistry CBSE. Okay, subscribe the channel for updates, like and share videos. Yeah, dear students, in this video we are going to discuss Henry's law. What is Henry's law? What does it tell about? Henry was the first to give a quantitative relation between pressure and solubility of a gas in a solvent, which is known as Henry's law. In earlier video, it was discussed that solubility of gases increases with increase in temperature according to the Le Chatelier's principle. Third factor, effect of pressure. I hope that you have watched that video. If you haven't watched that video, please go back and watch that video. Those factors are very important to understand the Henry's law. So Henry, he was the first to give a quantitative relation between what? Pressure and solubility. Between pressure and solubility of a gas in a solvent. That is very important. In a solvent plus a solute equal to solution. Solution is different, solute is different, solvent is different. Three words are there we are going to deal with. So solute means less amount or minor quantity. Solvent, major amount or larger quantity. Solute plus solvent gives solution. So solution equal to solute plus solvent. Okay, already we discussed. Now the relation between pressure and solubility of a gas in a solvent. It states that, so Henry's law, mainly it is giving the data about at constant temperature, the solubility of a gas in a liquid. So here we are dealing with liquid solutions. Which type of liquid solutions? A gas in a liquid. Liquid in a liquid, not a gas in a liquid. So solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the partial pressure of the gas present above the surface of the liquid or solution. So whatever the gas present above the surface of the liquid, this is very important statement, not inside the liquid, because pressure develops above the surface of the liquid due to the gas particles. Okay. If we use mole fraction of the gas in the solution as a measure of its solubility, then mole fraction of the gas in the solution is proportional to the partial pressure of the gas over the solution. Here what we have done, just yes, mole fraction of the gas. Here solubility is mentioned. So if the solubility is measured with a mole fraction, so if mole fraction of the gas is used as a measure of its solubility, then mole fraction of the gas in the solution, focus on the statement, very similar statements, very confusing also. This is the first time for beginners especially, easily you get confused. Sentence is very important. So mole fraction of the gas in the solution. So we are discussing solution at the same time, specifically gas. So this is your solute. So mole fraction of the gas in the solution is proportional to the partial pressure of the gas over the solution. Effect of pressure, in the case of effect of pressure, already we discussed. Over the solution pressure develops or vapor. This is very important statement. The most commonly used form of Henry's law states that, so question write about Henry's law means you are supposed to write this statement. This is very important statement and most commonly used form. What is that? The partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase. the partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase, not in liquid phase, because we get pressure only is due to the vapor only. So partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase, small p. This is the new convention. Capital B is replaced with a small p. So P is proportional to the mole fraction of the gas X in the solution. This is the statement of the Henry's law. P is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas. Here mole fraction is the measure of its solubility. Yeah. P equal to KHX. This is very important, Henry. This law is. You have to remember P equal to KH into X. This is Henry's law. So this is the P. Partial pressure of the gas in a vapor phase is directly proportional to the, this is a mole fraction of the gas in the solution. Mole fraction of the gas in the solution. This is a Henry's constant. We will discuss later now. Isn't it? Okay, we will move on. Yeah, P equal to, I will show you. Just wait a second. P equal to KH into X. This is Henry's law. So what is P? Where P is partial pressure of a gas in vapor phase. Always the pressure in a vapor phase. KH is a Henry's law constant and X is mole fraction of the gas in the solution. Just have a look here. P partial pressure of a gas not in the solution in vapor phase or over the solution, but X is the mole fraction of the gas which is dissolved into the solution. Now check the graph. One graph is there here. Partial pressure of the HCl, hydrochloric acid, and mole fraction of the hydrochloric acid in its solution in cyclohexane. That means cyclohexane is a solvent. HCl is gas. So experimental results for the solubility of HCl gas in cyclohexane. This is your solvent at 293 K room temperature. The slope of the line is the Henry's law constant KH. The slope. Now check here partial pressure and mole fraction. As the mole check, this is the partial pressure increases and this is the axis for the mole fraction. So mole fraction is taken on x-axis, partial pressure is taken on y-axis for the HCl. So when mole fraction of the HCl increases, partial pressure also increases. So look at it, when mole fraction increases, the corresponding partial pressure of the HCl increases like this. Straight line. This line passes through the origin. Okay. That means it looks like it is exactly equal to y equal to mx. Y equal to mx is a straight line which passes through the origin. Clear? Okay. Now, when a graph is drawn between partial pressure of the gas against the mole fraction, this is the mole fraction of the gas in a solution at a given temperature. Now check at 293 K, this is the fixed at a given temperature, then straight line passing through the origin is obtained. This is the straight line, we are getting straight line passing through the origin is obtained. Then slope of the line is KH. So P equal to KH into X, this is your slope. Okay, y equal to mx plus c. So I will show you. Just write like this, y equal to mx. So m is the slope here, m. So what is the m here? Slope kh. So that's why the slope of the line is kh. This is a very important question. Next, so P equal to P equal to Kh into X. This is the mole fraction. This is the partial pressure of the gas. Henry's constant. Okay. So this is the Henry's law. P equal to Kh X. X is the mole fraction. It is a measure of its solubility. Mole fraction of a gas is a measure of its solubility. So solubility means mole fraction. Mole fraction means solubility in this case. So implies that X equal to P by Kh. So according to the relation, easily we can say that if you increase the value of the Kh, so what about the X? Decreases. Very simple, very clear, simple mathematical equation. So from the above equation, higher the value of Kh at a given pressure. If this is constant pressure, higher the value of Kh at a given pressure, the lower is the solubility of the gas in the liquid. So here X is a measure of solubility of a gas. It is very clear. I no need to explain, easily you can understand. Okay. Inversely proportional X and Kh. If X increases, Kh decreases. If Kh increases, X decreases. Yeah, all of you see the table here. Values of Henry's law constant for some selected gases in water. Okay. So this is a table. Don't skip the table. Whenever graph is given and table, you should alert. Okay. Graph and table, they give some data to you if you observe very carefully. So here table is available. Now observe the table. We get some information from the table. Yeah. For example, in this case, nitrogen is present and nitrogen is available. So 2 nitrogen. So nitrogen at 293 temperature, this is the Kh value. At 303 nitrogen, same nitrogen gas at 303 Kelvin, what is the Henry's constant value? 88.84. Means when temperature increases from 293 to 303, Kh value also increases. Means when Kh increases, solubility decreases. Already we have discussed. It has been told you that when Kh increases, mole fraction X value decreases, solubility decreases. So temperature increases from here to here, Kh value increases, so solubility decreases. This is one case. Similarly for oxygen, temperature increased from 293 to 303. Again this one, Henry's law constant also increases, solubility decreases. Come here, this table. Here temperature is fixed, temperature is constant, but a Kh value changes. Henry's law constant value varies. Argon 40.3, CO2 1.67, formaldehyde. When gas changes, Kh value also changes or varies at the same temperature. That means Henry's constant value depends on the nature of the gas. Nature of the gas also. So you no need to by heart the table, but conclusions are very, very important. What conclusions can be drawn from the table? That is always important. Okay. So now we will see what are the conclusions we can draw. From the above table, it may be concluded that first point, Henry's law constant Kh depends upon the nature of the gas. Exactly. Because in this case I explained this one. Again I will show you this one. Okay. Higher the value of Kh at a particular pressure, the lower is the solubility of the gas in the liquid. The value of Kh increases with increase in temperature. This is very, very important statement. As temperature increases, Kh value increases, indicating that The solubility of gases decreases with increase of temperature. This is the main conclusion of the Henry's law. Solubility of gases decreases with increase of temperature. Solubility of gases increases with increase of pressure. Both are according to the Le Chatelier principles. Okay, this is a very important conclusion. Remember all of you, solubility of gases decreases with increase of temperature. That's why cold drinks are kept under the cold conditions. Okay, when you take it outside, solubility of gas decreases. Carbon dioxide already which is dissolved inside the cold drink, so then you don't get kick, isn't it? One question is given. Aquatic species like fish feel more comfortable in lakes in winter than in the summer. Why? Check the answer. Aquatic species requires dissolved oxygen for breathing. They need dissolved oxygen for breathing. As the solubility of gases decreases with increase of temperature, this is the application. Less oxygen is available in summer because winter and summer, when compared to winter, there is increase in temperature in the case of the summer. So less oxygen is available in summer than in winter. Hence they feel more comfortable in winter, low temperature, when solubility of O2 is higher. Okay, this is the direct question. Next continuation, limitations of Henry's law. Just I would like to go through the limitations. Just we will see. It has been observed that Henry's law is valid when it will valid when the Henry's law is applicable if first one, pressure is low. If pressure is low, then it is valid, otherwise not valid. So pressure is low. At a high pressure, the law becomes less accurate. That means the law deviates, and the proportionality constant shows some considerable deviations. So what is the condition for the Henry's law? Pressure is low or low pressure is the good condition for the Henry's law. Otherwise, it is deviated. The temperature is not too low. Third one, the gas is not highly soluble. Gas should not be highly soluble. The gas neither reacts chemically with the solvent nor dissociates or associates in the solvent. The gas neither reacts chemically with the solvent nor dissociates or associates in the solvent. What is the dissociation and what is the association? Dissociation means splits. If you take NaCl, Na plus and Cl minus, dissociates takes place. Association means combination, combined. If you take any acid, carboxylic acid, CH3COOH, acetic acid, it associates. That means dimer, it forms the dimer. 2 moles of the acetic acid exists only. That is called the association. You can leave that one, dissociation and association, later we will discuss. So all these are the limitations of the Henry's law. Okay friends, thank you for watching my video. If you find any mistake or anything, you can contact me and you can tell to me. Okay, once again, thank you for watching my video.